Good afternoon, Ms. Miller. I'm Ms. Mitchell, the speech pathologist who will be evaluating Max's speech today, and I'd like to begin by asking you some questions, and then I'll spend some time with Max just to get to know him and see how he does around other people. This interview is going to take about 5 to 10 minutes. But to begin with, so I was reviewing your case history, and you mentioned how he's unintelligible to even familiar listeners, and he gets frustrated when not understood. And I just like to hear what you think the problem is, to just describe the problem that you've been faced.
Yeah, I kind of wrote that because sometimes when he's at his grandparents' house, he'll be trying to request a snack or something like that, and they won't be able to understand him. And he'll become very frustrated, and we'll see, he'll act up and have bad behaviors. Sometimes he just won't be able to get out the words that he's trying to say.
Okay.
Sometimes he repeats the word multiple times.
Okay.
Just those kind of things.
When did you notice this problem beginning? And was it gradual? Was it sudden?
Ever since he started to speak and develop his speech, I've noticed that he's been slower with coming up with words and things like that, and I think that I've always just kind of known that he's had a little bit of a problem, but I wasn't sure how to address it.
Okay, so you said that when he gets frustrated, he acts out. Is that something that consistently happens, or does it vary depending on how long it takes for you to understand what he's communicating? Tell me about that.
With me, it typically doesn't happen as much because I'll understand him after the first or second time that he's trying to speak, or I'll help him along, but especially with his grandpa doesn't have the patience, and he just gets super frustrated with him.
Okay, so would you say in certain circumstances, when he gets super excited or he's surprised, would you say his the way you understand him is that worse in those situations, about the same as every day?
I definitely feel when he's excited or happy about something, maybe even upset, he starts to talk really fast, and then I can't understand him as much, so I just remind him to slow down.
Okay, and would you say that's how you regularly react or respond to his unintelligibility? And does it bother you that you can't really understand him, or have you gotten used to it and you can usually figure it out?
Now that I've heard him for so many years, I can start to figure it out, what he's saying, and I tell him to slow down, but it really frustrates me when his grandparents aren't able to understand him. Sometimes his brothers and sisters are the same way, and it just kind of saddens me.
Okay. Have you tried anything to help this problem? I know you said that you tell him to slow down and think about it, but have you gone anywhere else to try to resolve it, or has it just been mostly your feedback to him?
Yeah, the only thing that I've tried is to tell him to slow down, and that seems to help a little bit, but that's kind of why we came in. I'm just not really sure where to go from here.
And so is there anything else you want to hope to resolve by meeting with me and hopefully with this evaluation?
I just hope that we can kind of figure out how to get Max talking better and more fluently, so that way he can be like his peers.
Okay. Thank you for all the helpful information. It was great. Now I'd like to spend some time with Max and evaluate his speech, and in about an hour I'll come get you and we'll discuss what I found.
Perfect. Thanks.
Yeah.